Welcome back everyone to ESA Winter 21. We are raising money for the Alzheimer's Fund and links to donate can be found below the stream. We would also like to thank Twitch, ViewSonic, and Neo2, the complete edition by Kui Tecmo, for sponsoring this event. I have one simple donation that I actually want to read beforehand. Zephyr the Excellent Ninja says $5 for a $5 hype train. I have been playing Bowser's Fury with the stream in the background, so it won't get spoiled by the run later. Money goes towards extending the marathon. Thank you so much for that donation. All donations are heading towards that final incentive for the Bowser's Fury 90% run at the end of the game. But now, first off, we have a race coming up, and I know what's coming. So I have a request from chat. I am going to ask chat to bring your worst puns, your most horrible joke donations right now, because I know what's coming up, and it'll be worth it. It's time to step things up. It's time for a race, a SegaSonic the Hedgehog race with Hibnotix and STwoLive. Take it away.
Hello, everyone. Well, I hope that this is a sign of good things to come. We are going to be kicking off the Sonic block with quite an interesting game. So this was... Well, I mean, we've got a lot of time to talk about it, and we've got people here to talk about it too. So, S2, say hello.
Hello. It's gonna be good. That's all I have to say.
Huds, what do you have to say?
I'm really looking forward to this race. It's going to be super close. It's going to be one of the tightest races you've ever seen at an ESA.
I mean, if that isn't going to sell it, then I don't know what is. So... shall we? Are you ready at your keyboard, S2? Shall we?
Yes,
shall we do
I'm
it?
ready.
All right, Huds, do you want to set us off?
Ready for your countdown? 3, 2, 1, let's go!
All right.
So yes, as Huds was mentioning earlier, me and Hibnotix are pretty close in skill. I believe on the leaderboard we are 4 seconds apart now, so very, very similar gameplay you're going to be seeing here. Or you're going to see me mess up in the beginning.
So you're going to see both our boys here breaking out of the jail. Boys, let's get your game on. Off to Volcano Vault.
Sir.
Let's go. I am not doing this blindfolded, despite how it looks like I'm setting up.
So the first thing you're going to see in Volcano Vault, both our runners are going to be running away from a boulder. You're going to see them attempt to go for the boulder glitch, which is part of the jump acceleration mechanic in this game. Try and avoid the boulder coming up. Unfortunately, Hibby not getting it. S2 getting it though. That'll save him around about 3 frames. It's not a lot, but every little bit matters in this run.
And then we're going to be very careful with how things are timed in this section. We don't want to be too far ahead and get our butts burnt by the lava. But I managed to make it through there. I don't know whether the same can be said for S2, but we are moving through Volcanic Vault, and we have just got one little slalom section to go. You'll see that we are sort of changing our movements around all the time, because emulation and comparing it to what it was originally supposed to be played on, it's a little bit janky. Huds, fill us in with the history of this.
Yeah, so this was originally an arcade game in Japan only, and it used to be played on a trackball. But emulating this, they cannot use a trackball, so both our runners are using the arrow keys, and they'll be kind of alternating the arrow keys to keep them on the diagonals. So it's a really interesting mechanic and a very different way of having to play this game.
Indeed, indeed. So now we've got our token ice level. It's you got to have one in every Sonic game.
Yep, so this is Icy Isle, so you're going to see a couple of different strats here. Hibnotix especially is almost certainly going to go for the Death Warp early on to save a little bit of time, but one of the most interesting things will be the spike skip coming up. There's the smallest window where they can get their characters through the spikes, and if they manage to get it, it's a really difficult strat to get, so keep an eye out for that coming up in a few seconds' time. So you can see there Hibnotix going for the Death Warp, S2 opting to take the safer strat instead.
It's probably wiser for a race, but...
So yeah, have a look at the spikes here. You're going to see our runners try and squeeze through the tiniest gap. Oh, and S2 getting it. That's really nice. That'll save him a little bit of time. Still super close. So a little bit of ledge running here. They're trying to just keep them as close to the ledge, avoid all the spikes without kind of falling off the edge.
I actually went for the safe strat there, and I messed it up anyways.
Yeah, I messed up what I was supposed to be doing too.
Ledge running is very difficult. There's not a great setup for it. There is one setup where you can jump and it'll put you on the right pixel, but it doesn't always work, and if you mess that up, it'll lose you a lot more time than going for the safe strat, so...
Ooh.
So we're already onto our third level here, Desert Dodge. One of the key things you're going to see is that our runners are going to be jumping and spin dashing through the quicksand. The most important thing is to try and avoid a lot of the little kind of mountains, little molehills, whatever you want to call them, with the sand here.
It's funny, I can just about tell where S2 is with the little keyboard taps. It's very much muscle memory, this game.
Oh, and S2 just getting caught by one of the quicksand traps there. This is going to be really close as they come out of this level.
We're going to be coming up to a little section of the quicksand. It's not quite like the other quicksand that we've seen that's trying to trap us and trying to sort of keep us from moving on. This one, we continuously press jump in the hopes that we sort of go forward. Like, I think it's a case of frames quicker.
Yeah, it pushes you about a pixel forward every time you jump, so not a very big time save at all, but you know, it is technically faster.
Technically.
Every little helps. Got to save them frames.
It's not a particularly hard strat, so why not go for it, right?
Indeed.
So we're already past the halfway stage now in this. We're going to be going to Trap Tower next. And one of the key things you're going to see is the ladder strat here, where you're going to see both our runners stick to the right-hand side of the tower. The bombs actually explode slightly slower here, so they're actually able to run the whole way up the tower without having to wait for the bombs to explode. So keep an eye out for that as they go up to this one.
Yes, that ladder will be at the end of the stage, so... First we'll have some cycles here that we gotta get through, where you have to kind of deliberately slow down at certain places. These things smush you in a very cartoony fashion. Hopefully we won't be seeing that, but we might.
I just saw it.
Yes, you lose a lot of time to get smushed. So
I got smushed. I'm having a rough run. It's not going well for me.
My condolences.
You're not sad at all.
I'm not. If you could see my camera, you would see me beaming.
Dear, I'm in the mud. So yeah, this is what was being mentioned with the ladders beforehand. We don't need to do any tricky shimmying from side to side that loses time. We can just go straight up one side. Easy as you like.
Now we'll be coming up on possibly the worst level in this speedrun, having a boss fight at the end, which has a glitch that there's no known setup for. It's a big time save that we're still not quite sure how to do. Also, there is 2 split paths on this level, and the top one is significantly faster, and the bottom one is only used by resident idiot Hibnotix. So, all of you out there who are looking for a little bit of diversity in gameplay here, you're about to see it.
We'll see who comes out on top. That's all I'm gonna say. Although, having said that, it seems like my start game hasn't quite been brilliant.
Mine has been a little bit rough too, so I'm sure it's shaping up as an interesting race.
I hope so. I hope chat is enjoying it, everybody. Is this is this the Sonic that you're expecting today? If you're saying yes, I don't believe you, because this is not Sonic. This is madness.
Yes, this is. I don't know about watching, but certainly playing, this is the best isometric 3D Sonic game. Sorry, Sonic Labyrinth and Sonic 3D Blast, but I believe Hib would agree with me on that statement.
Yep. Ooh, that was a rough stage for me.
Mine went pretty smooth. Alright, so we're coming up on a Wild Waterway here, where we'll have a big underwater section that all we have to do is hold down and right to move very fast, so I believe me and Hibnotix are gonna maybe add in a little bit of extra fun.
Yeah, so
which
both our
very
runners are going to be holding their breath the whole way through this underwater section that's coming up in a second. So without further ado, while they're holding their breath, and chat, hold your breath along with them, I'm going to bring in Nashlax. Say, Nashlax, what donations do you have for us?
Well, I have a few. So be prepared. I have Ephemeral Engine with $10 that says, S2 and Hib, whether you take top or bottom round, I'm proud of you. What's the fastest beverage around? Sonic the Eggnog. I have you Nintendo with $5 that says, what does Sonic say when he sees an ice stage? That's no good!
Oh, S2's going! He's going!
I also have Xenon Slayer with $5 that says, why did Adele cross the road? To say hello from the other side.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant. Those are some great jokes. If you saw, I actually filled my mouth with water to, if I laughed, you would visibly see me spit it out. Thankfully, I didn't turn my desk space into a wild waterway, but how'd it go for you, Hib?
That first one almost got me. Well done,
Yeah.
Engine.
That one is brilliant.
So, Wild Waterway, although we did make it look very trivial, it is unbelievably hard, especially with the controls that we deal with. Let's try that again. That we deal with in this game. So, if it's something that you're gonna think of learning, prepare to die quite a lot in that level.
Coming up on the final level. Oh, would you like to say it?
No, carry on, carry on.
Alright, I was just gonna say this level is very reliant on cycles, which we have learned but probably won't hit, so you'll see maybe a lot of backup strats.
Yeah, this one's definitely a lot trickier than it looks. They're going to be trying to get the best possible cycles through here. Literally anything can happen on this final stage. This is a very close race. I won't tell you who's in the lead, but we did have a lead change a couple of levels ago. Who is going to win this one? Is it going to be Hibnotix? Is it going to be S2? We're coming up very soon to the final boss fight, and then it will be time afterwards. Who's going to win?
Somehow, I think you've sort of given it away with the lead change, but who knows? Anything could happen near the end. I am whiffing the final stage, so
Yeah, it could change very rapidly. This stage has good potential for time save and good room for time loss, so it's really an explosive finish for the run, I'd say.
apparently a little birdie called S2, before we went into this run, said that there was potentially some time save, and of course he wouldn't tell me because that would be.
I'm watching, I'm believing it not to actually be time save, but yes, I am looking. You probably saw him not jumping during the section where we're running outside on those little bars, and you see me going for it. So yeah, it could potentially save time. I'm not sure yet. I have to look into it for sure. But you can see this game is still, even as it's not that active, it still has some.
I am coming up on time very soon.
I just finished. That was my time, by the way.
Time.
Time for us too. Time for Hibby.
Well, judging by the sound of that.
Yeah.
That was so close.
I managed to mess up my door entry at the very beginning of the run and the very end.
And the end, oh dear.
The rest of my gameplay, pretty solid.
So just to confirm, S2 did win that race by a couple of seconds. Originally, Hibby, you're in the lead. S2 then retook the lead. You then retook it at the final moment, and then lost it again when you unfortunately died.
No, that's so annoying!
It's the death that cost you. You had the lead back again by like the smallest of margins.
GG. Well done,
GG.
well done, S2.
Well played, well played.
I'm gonna be ridiculed by a few communities now. Everybody who voted for me in the prediction, I will.
I gotta say, I had a lot of people telling me they were voting for you before this marathon happened. I had a lot of people say it to me beforehand, so it will be interesting.
I will renew every single point that you put towards me.
Yep.
That is my presidential vow to the people.
Thanks to my 46% it was, I believe, who voted for me. You know I had to pull through for you guys.
They get you
Love
these.
all.
they'll get a decent return. So yeah, that was SegaSonic. I really hope that everybody enjoyed it. If it's a game that you think, oh, this is interesting, we have got guides in the appropriate places for trying to get this game working. It is certainly an interesting one to try and get working, but I think before I say final goodbyes, just shout outs to the Sonic speedrunning community. We have got a tournament coming up soon, which is a different isometric game. We mentioned it before, Sonic 3D Blast. I can't properly remember the dates, even though I am on staff for it.
It's the 27th and 28th of March, I believe. Your
So-
boy will be there.
All skill levels welcome, I believe. Do we know when submissions close, Huds?
No. In a few weeks. Still got a couple of weeks.
So if you enjoy races, then that's the place to be. But is there anything else that you guys want to say before we go out? I'll also say thank you to Huds.
Yes, thank you, Huds, for being on commentary.
My absolute pleasure. That was as close as I hoped it'd be. A couple of lead changes. It's wonderful being here. And honestly, go and follow both of these guys. They're absolutely fantastic. They're really, really good fun.
Oh, thank you.
Anything, ST?
Yeah, like Hib was saying, this game is a great game to speedrun. It's pretty short. We have lots of guides. We're definitely willing to help out if you have any questions. So yeah, I think this was a great time. Thank you to ESA for having us on.
I actually have a few donations to close it off with as well. I have Huds with $5 who says, let's get this $5 train going. Who will win, Hibby or S2? Yuki or US? Well, we know now. Let's donate $5 to show your support and reach 50k before the end. Yes, definitely. I have Tempest Mask, 1,000 with $5 as well, that says, I've been waiting for this moment. And here we are. Best of luck to S2 and happy belated birthday to one heck of a speed pal, Hib. I promise I'll be running this game this week at long last. Don't forget to hold your breath on the water. Oh, they certainly tried. And Atlanta does not go fast. It persists. Oh, that's a good one there. Jet Poncho with $100 that says, STwoLive and Hibnotix, we love you. I will be happy to donate to any cause you run for. Keep running. Cat Boo, I was looking forward to Sonic 2, the movie too. Thank you for that. And last but not least, Noob Guy 57 with $5 that says, hi Hibnotix, it's me! Hi Noob Guy. And with that, thank you so much for the amazing SegaSonic race, Hibnotix and STwoLive. This is it for me as well. I've been honored to be your host for ESA Live, to ESA Winter 21. I'll be handing it off as well to the lovely Nordic Soy now. We will be right back after a small ad break, so don't go anywhere. Sonic the Hedgehog, run by Argic, and we all know Argic, is coming next, so sit tight.
Thank you, Nashlax.